Next angiosperm family in dicot family is Solanaceae, which is commonly called as potato family or nightshade family. Systematic position. APJ system of classification. Kingdom Plantae, clade Angiosperms, clade Eudicot, clade Astrix, clade Solanales, family Solanaceae. Now let us learn the general characters of family Solanaceae. This family Solanaceae includes 88 genera and about 2650 species are there. Of this, Solanum is the largest genus which contains 1500 species. Okay, out of 2650 species, Solanum is abundantly present in number. 1500 species are there. It is worldwide distributed. Okay, these plants are worldwide distributed, abundantly found in South America. Okay, and the next let us study the habit. Habit here, it is mostly annual herbs, shrubs and small trees. Okay, and then lions with prickles. For example, Solanum trilobatum, தூதுவளைன்னு சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, that one belongs to this family only, Solanaceae family. Then next is about root. Here root is branched taproot system. Okay, branched taproot system. Next is stem. Stem here it is herbaceous or woody, erect or twining. Okay, herbaceous which have a weak stem. Okay, or sometimes woody and erect. It grows straight, twining or creeping. Sometimes it is modified into tuber. Tubers, for example, Solanum tuberosum, potato. Okay, that also belong to this family. Okay, so stem is herbaceous or woody, erect or twining or creeping, and then sometimes modified into tubers. Next character is leaves. So here the leaves are alternate, simple, rarely pinnately compound. Okay, pinnately compound, and then it is unicostate reticulate venation. Unicostate reticulate venation, sometimes opposite or subopposite. So leaves are alternate, simple, rarely pinnately compound, unicostate reticulate venation, opposite or subopposite. Okay, and the next character is inflorescence. So inflorescence here it is generally axillary terminal cymose. Axillary means what? Usually you may not see the flower at the terminal part. Sometimes it may be present at the axial part. Okay, on the lateral side. And then next is terminal cymose. Terminal means you can see the flower at the tip of the stem. So terminal cymose, example Solanum. Or solitary flowers. Solitary flowers is Datura stomanium. And then extra axillary scorpioid cyme. Okay, extra axillary scorpioid cyme called rhaphidium, fan shape. Okay, in Solanum americanum. And then solitary and axillary. Solitary axillary in Datura and Nicotiana. ஊமத்தை புகையிலைன்னு சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, அந்த பிளான்ட்ல வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும்னா சாலிட்டரியா இருக்கும், ஆக்சிலரியா இருக்கும். ஆக்சிலரி பார்ட்ல இருக்கும் solitary single. And then umbellate cyme in Withania somnifera. Why I am saying along with the botanical description name of the plant, this can be asked as 1 marks. Okay, inflorescence, that is umbellate cyme is seen in dash. It is in Withania somnifera. What is rhaphidium? That is extra axillary scorpioid cyme called rhaphidium is seen in Solanum americanum. Okay, solitary and axillary inflorescence is seen in dash. It is in Datura and Nicotiana. So like this type of questions can be asked in one words. Okay, so inflorescence it may be axillary or terminal cymose, and then solitary flowers, or extra axillary scorpioid cyme called rhaphidium, solitary and axillary umbellate cyme. Okay, so this type of inflorescence can be seen in the Solanaceae family. Next is about flower. Flower character. Here it is bracteate or ebracteate, pedicellate, having pedicel. Okay, and then bisexual, heterochlamydious, pentamerous, actinomorphic or weakly zygomorphic due to oblique position. Oblique means what? Slanting position of the ovary. Okay, and then flower is said to be hypogynous. Okay, if the flower is hypogynous, the ovary is superior ovary. Okay, flower is hypogynous. So bracteate or ebracteate, pedicellate, bisexual, heterochlamydious, pentamerous, actinomorphic or weakly zygomorphic due to oblique position of the ovary and hypogynous flower. Okay. Next one is calyx. Next one is called calyx. So here calyx is sepals 5. Sepals 5, synsepalous. Okay. So sepals are 5 in number. Synsepalous. Sepals are joint valvate estivation. Okay. Again here it is in valvate estivation. Often it is acrescent. Okay. Example physalis. Next one is about corolla. Corolla here petals are 5. 5 in number. Sympetalis, rotate, tubular, bell shape or infundibuliform. Okay. So these are the shapes of the corolla. Okay. It may be rotate or tubular and then bell shaped or infundibuliform. So the members of this family Solanaceae, each one has got its own different types of corolla. Okay. So you can see bell shape. You can see bell shape in Atropa, tubular in Solanum, infundibuliform in Petunia. Usually it will alternate with the sepals. Okay. And rarely it is bilobed and zygomorphic. Usually here valvate estivation, sometimes convolute. What is convolute? Convolute means coiled or folded in Datura, as in Datura. Okay. Next character is androecium, that is male part. Okay. So the third floral part is androecium. Here the stamens are 5. Stamens are 5, which is epipetalous. Epipetalous means what? The corolla and the stamens are attached. Okay. So this is called as epipetalous. Here the filaments usually unequal in length. Okay. All are not in the same equal height. So the length of the filaments are unequal, and the stamens in Zyganthus you can see 2 stamens, only 2 stamens. So it is also again a 1 mark question. The number of stamens in Zyganthus, it is 2. And then next is anther character. Anther here is dithecous and it is longitudinally dehiscent. Okay. So that is all about the androecium. Androecium, it is made up of what? Stamens. It is 5, epipetalous and they are unequal in length. And in Zyganthus there are only 2 stamens. Anther here it is dithecous and dehiscent longitudinally. Next one is about gynoecium. Gynoecium, female part. Okay, it is the 4th whorl of the flower. Here it is bicarpellary and then syncarpus. 2 carpels are there. Syncarpus, all the carpels are joined and obliquely placed. Ovary is slanting in position. And then here ovary is superior. Bilocular but tetralocular, but look like what? Tetralocular. Bilocular but appear to be tetralocular due to the formation of the false septa. And then here there are number of ovules are present on the each locule. And here the placentation is axial placentation. Okay. So bicarpellary, syncarpus, obliquely placed, ovary is superior, bilocular but look like a tetralocular due to formation of the false septa. And then axial placentation. Next is about fruit. Here there are 2 types of fruits are present here. One is capsule, another one is called berry. For example, in Datura and in Petunia, Lycopersicum esculentum, on all this if you see means Lycopersicum esculentum is tomato, it is berry. Okay. And even in capsicum it is berry. In Datura and Petunia if you see means the fruit is capsule. Next is seed. Seed here it is endospermous. Endospermous. So with this we complete the general characters of the family Solanaceae, that is distribution, habit, root, stem, leaves, inflorescence, flower, calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium, fruit and seed. Next let us step into the botanical description of this family Solanaceae. Flower name is Datura metal. This is Datura metal. Okay. So Datura metal. Now we are going to study about the botanical description of this plant. It belongs to Solanaceae family. Now let us begin with the general characters. First one is habit. It is large, erect, stout herb. Okay. ஒரு சின்ன செடி தான் large இருக்கும், stout okay. And the next one is root. Root here is branched taproot system. Branched taproot system. Next is about stem. Stem here it is hollow, green and herbaceous. Okay. So here it is hollow. Stem inside if you see means there is a hollow space is there, and then it is green in color, herbaceous, easily it can break, we can break that, it is weak, okay, with a strong odor, smell, strong smell, okay. And the next is leaf. About leaf character here, it is simple, alternate, okay, the leaves are alternate, and then petiolate, there is a stalk for the leaf, okay. So stalk of the leaf is present here, so it is petiolate, and the leaf is entire. Sometimes it is deeply lobed. And glabrous, glabrous is smooth and shiny, okay. Exstipulate, there is no stipules, so it is exstipulate. And showing unicostate reticulate venation, okay, all the veins are network like formation, okay, unicostate reticulate venation present here, okay. So the leaf is simple, alternate, petiolate, and then entire or sometimes deeply lobed, glabrous, exstipulate, showing unicostate reticulate venation. Next is about inflorescence. This is inflorescence. Here it is solitary or axillary sign. Okay, solitary or axillary sign. Single, and it arises at the axial part of the stem. Okay, so it is solitary and axillary sign. The next one is about flower. Here the flower is large. Okay, so easily through a long distance we can see. Like that, it is very much larger, okay, and then it is greenish white. Yes, it is greenish white. Bottom if you see means it is greenish in color, and on the top if you see means white in color. So greenish white, and then it is bracteate. Practice present. Practice present. It does not have bracteole, so it is ebracteolate, and it is pedicellate. So there is a stalk for the flower, so it is called as pedicellate. And then the flower is complete. All the four whorls are present. Calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium is present. And then it is heteroclamidious, and then pentamerous, sets of 5 floral sets. Okay, pentamerous, regular. Okay, so all the parts are arranged regularly, actinomorphic. So you can divide the flower at any plane. It will give 2 equal halves, actinomorphic and then bisexual. Both the male and female sex organs are present. So it is bisexual and hypogynous. Okay, calyx and corolla arise below the ovary. So it is hypogynous flower. Okay, so that is all about the flower. Flower is large, greenish white, bracteate, ebracteolate, pedicellate, complete, heteroclamidious, pentamerous, regular, actinomorphic, and bisexual, hypogynous. Next is about calyx. Okay, so this part is called as what? Calyx. See here, this part is called calyx, and this is made up of sepals, which is 5. Okay, all these this part is greenish in color, and it is joined. Okay, so it is joined, and so it is called synsepalis. So sepals are 5 in number, synsepalis, green in color, and it is valvate estivation, showing valvate estivation. Mostly calyx is persistent. Persistent means it won't wither off. Okay, அது என்ன ஆகாது, சீக்கிரமா பிரிஞ்சு விழாது. So odd sepal is posterior in position. Odd sepal is posterior in position. So calyx is here it is made up of sepals 5, and then green in color, synsepalis, valvate estivation, odd sepal is posterior in position. Next is about corolla. So corolla here is made up of petals. This is corolla. Okay, it is made up of petals, and it is also 5, greenish white in color. So if you peel off this calyx and see, this part is called as what? Corolla. It is tubular like structure, is it not? So here it is greenish white in color, sympetalis. So petals are joined. Petals are joined. So it is sympetalis. Plicate, folded like a fan like structure. So it is called as what? Plicate, folded like a fan, and it shows twisted estivation. Twisted estivation means what? One margin overlap the other. That is called as twisted estivation. Valvate means what? Margin meet at margins meet, just meet. That is called valvate estivation. Twisted estivation means here one margin overlaps the other. So it is called twisted estivation, and it is a plicate. Now it is funnel shape with a wide mouth. Okay, funnel shape. It is in the form of funnel shape with a wide mouth, which contain 10 lobes. Okay, so corolla is petals, made up of petals 5, greenish white in color, sympetalis, plicate, showing twisted estivation, and funnel shape with a wide mouth of 10 lobes. And the next is about androecium. So androecium here, the stamens 5. Please listen carefully. Here androecium. Androecium here it is when you peel like this, you can see in the inner part the androecium. Okay. So now this is androecium. This part is called as what? Androecium. So androecium here easily you can count. It is 5 in number. It is 5 in number. What you see here, this is gynoecium part. Okay. So this is called as what? Androecium. It is 5. It is made up of stamens and it is 5 in number. Sometimes, rarely it is 6. So in this it is 6 children. Okay. So usually it is 5. Sometimes rarely it is 6. One is free from the other. Okay. It is epipetalous. What is epipetalous here? Petals, okay, that is stamens attached with the petals. Stamens attached with the petals. So it is called as epipetalous. Okay, that is here petals alternate, that is inserted in the middle of the corolla tube. And here anther, this is anther. Anther here it is basifixed. See, anther and the filament, it is joined at the anther, at the basal part it is filament is joined. So it is called basifixed. Dithecus, here the lobes are 2, so it is called dithecus with the long filament. See the filament with the long filament. Okay, and then it is introse, that is androecium is present inside the corolla tube, so it is introse. Longitudinally dehiscence, so open longitudinally. Next is called about gynoecium. So here the gynoecium is bicarpellary. Bicarpellary means what? 2 carpels. So when you peel off this calyx part, and then easily you can view the gynoecium part. So this part is called as what? Gynoecium. Okay, this part is called as what? Gynoecium. Okay, so here the ovary is present here. So ovary is bicarpellary. When you take the cross section of this ovary, you could see the bicarpellary, 2 carpels, and then syncarpels. Carpels are joined. Here the ovary is superior. Basically it is bilocular but look like a tetralocular due to false seta formation. And then here carpels are obliquely placed. Obliquely means what? Slantingly placed, so that the ovules on the swollen axial placentation. So placentation here is what? Axial placentation. So next is about style. Here the style is simple. This is style. Okay, long whitish thread-like structure. This is called as what? Style. Style is simple, long and filiform thread-like structure. Stigma is 2-lobed. This part is called as what? Stigma, and it is 2-lobed. Okay, so this is ovary, style, stigma. Ovary is bicarpellary, syncarpous superior ovary. Okay, basically bilocular but tetralocular due to false seta, and then it is axial placentation. Now style. Style is simple, long, and then it is filiform. Stigma is 2-lobed. Next is about the fruit. Fruit here is spinosant capsule. Spinosant means spines. Okay, so around the fruit, if you see, means there are spine-like structures are there. So it is called as spinosant capsule opening by 4 apical valves. Okay, on the apex part you can split the fruit into 4 valves with the persistent calyx. So calyx is present along with the fruit after fertilization as well as after maturity also. And the seed here it is endospermous. Okay, seed is endospermous. Now let us study the floral diagram and floral formula of this plant, Datura metal. Floral diagram. So here there is a present of bract. So this is bract. Okay, and then there is no bracteoles. So it is represented as EBRL. BR means what? Bract. EBRL means what? There is no bracteoles. And then this is actinomorphic. At any plane, if you cut this flower, it will show equal arcs. So it is called as what? Actinomorphic. And this flower is bisexual. Next is about calyx. This part is called as what? Calyx, which is all joined. Okay. So calyx is synsepalis. So there are 5 calyxes there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all are joined. So it is inside the bracket. Okay. K 5, and then it is represented inside the bracket. Next part, this part is called as what? Corolla. Corolla also here it is sympetalis 5 in number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So corolla is 5 here and it is joined. Next. So here see inside the bracket it is 5. Okay. And the next is androecium. Androecium 5. So androecium also you can see it is along with the it is attached with the corolla tube. So these are androecium 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is attached to the corolla tube, so it is marked as C arrow mark A. Okay, it means what? It is epipetalous. Epipetalous means what? Androecium attached with the corolla tube. So that is why we represent this arrow mark. So that is also androecium is also 5 stamens. And then gynoecium. Gynoecium here it is represented as 4, but actually it is what? Only 2, bilocular. Okay, bicarpillary, bilocular. But due to false septa, it appeared to be 4 in number, tetralocular, and it is ovary is superior. So here there is a line below the gynoecium which represents the ovary is superior. Okay, and there is 2 in number, that is bilocular and bicarpillary, which is united. Okay, so it is represented inside the bracket. So this is how we have to write the floral formula. BR means what? Bract. This one. EBRL means what? Bracteal is absent. Actinomorphic, bisexual, androecium and gynoecium, male and female part is present. Calyx, this one is calyx, which is 5 in number, joined. And this one is corolla, okay, which is also joined 5 in number. And next one is androecium, 5. But all these androecium are free, they are not joined. But androecium attached with the corolla tube, okay, so that is why this arrow mark. And gynoecium is superior ovary and it is bilocular and bicarpillary. So with this we complete the general characters, floral diagram and floral formula of the plant Datura metal. Children, we have completed the general characters of the family Solanaceae and the botanical description of the Datura metal. Now, we are going to learn the economic importance of this family Solanaceae. This family also provides us food, medicine, tobacco and ornamental plants. Now, let us learn the first part called food plant. Majority of the food, vegetables we eat, we consume, we get from this family only. First one is potato. Its binomial is Solanum tuberosum. It is an underground tuber. It is an underground stem tuber which is used as vegetable, and also it is rich in starch, so that they will produce starch from this underground stem tuber. Binomial is Solanum tuberosum. Next food plant is Lycopersicon esculentum, commonly called as tomato. The ripened fruit of this plant is used as vegetable, and also we can eat as raw. Next food plant is Solanum melongena, commonly called as brinjal. The tender fruit of this is cooked and eaten as vegetable. Capsicum annum. It is bell pepper, kodamalakan solluvom illaya. The fruit is used as vegetable, and then capsicum frutescens. So all these are used as vegetable as well as powdered chilies. Mulagathul adikrom illaya, kaaya vechi adu. Powdered chilies after dried, pulverized fruit. Pulverized means what? Here it is made it as a fine particles or powdered, which is used as a spice to add pungency. What is pungency? It gives sharp, strong taste or smell. And also we use this for flavoring dishes. Okay, flavor to dishes. So for this purpose. So as it is as raw, we can use it as vegetable, or we can dry it and make it as a powder, and we can use it as a spicy, so that it will give pungency and add flavor to the dishes. So these are the food plants. Solanum tuberosum, commonly called as potato, Lycopersicon esculentum, tomato, Solanum melongena, brinjal, Capsicum annum, bell peppers and chili peppers, Capsicum frutescens, milagai. So all these are either used as ripened fruit or dried and then powdered. Okay. The next is Physalis peruvinia. It is also a fruit which is used as delicious fruit. Sodukku thakali nu solvanga. Gooseberry, gooseberry. Physalis peruvinia. The next useful plant which is used as medicinal plant, Atropa belladonna. It is commonly called as deadly nightshade. The roots of this plant, they produce a powerful alkaloid which is called as atropine. And this atropine is obtained from roots which is used as belladonna plasters. And then tinctures, plaster தயாரிக்கவும் tincture உருவாக்குறதுக்கும். And also it is used for relieving pain, வலி நிவாரணத்துக்கு, and also dilating pupils of the eye for eye testing. That is, dilating pupils means what? கண்ணை வந்து வைப்பதற்கு, விரிவடைதல், அதுதான் dilating. Okay, so when they do eye testing, they use this powerful alkaloid so that it will dilate the pupils while eye testing. So from Atropa belladonna, from the roots of this plant, they produce a alkaloid called atropine, which is used for plaster making, tinctures, and then also used for relieving pain, dilating pupils of eye during eye testing. Next one is Datura stramonium, which is called as Umattai. Leaves and roots of this plant also produces drug which is used to treat asthma and whooping cough. What is asthma? இழுப்புன்னு சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா, இழுப்புன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Whooping cough is கக்குவான் இருமல். So for this both they use what? Leaves and roots of this. From this they produce a drug, and that is used for to treat what? Asthma and whooping cough. These drugs are used. Then Solanum trilobatum, தூதுவளைன்னு சொல்லுவோம். Solanum trilobatum, the leaves, flowers and berries of this, இந்த காய் மாதிரி சின்னதாக இருக்கும் இல்லையா, அது. The leaves, flowers and berries are used to treat cough. சாதாரண சளி பிடிக்கும், இருமலெல்லாம் இருக்கும் இல்லையா, அந்த இதுக்கு இந்த இலைகளை வந்து டிகாஷன் மாதிரி போடுவாங்க, அல்லது flowers and berries. Using this they will make certain medicine, and then it is used to treat cough. It is good for cough. The next one is Withania somnifera, which is commonly called as Ashwagandha or Amukura. The roots of this Withania somnifera is used to cure cough and rheumatism. What is rheumatism? வாத நோயின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, அல்லது joint pains, மூட்டு வலி. Okay, so this Withania somnifera is very good medicine for rheumatism and for curing cough. Roots of this plant is being used. Useful part is roots. So sometimes they may ask in one word also, children. Dash is used to cure rheumatism. So you need to write the binomial Withania somnifera. Next beneficial we get from this family Solanaceae is tobacco. Binomial is Nicotiana tabacum. The leaves are dried here and then made into tobacco, which is used in cigarette, bidi, hookah, pipes, as well as it is also used for chewing, மெல்றதுக்காகவும், and for snuffing, மூக்குப்பொடின்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, அது தயாரிக்கிறது. And then it is also used to make alkaloids like nicotine, nicotine, and then anabasine. So all these are present in tobacco. So alkaloids also produced from this plant tobacco, and this is a 2-mark question, children. Name the alkaloids present in tobacco. It is nicotine, nicotine, and then anabasine. Next is ornamental plants. Ornamental plants such as Cestrum diurnum. All these plants are grown as ornamental purpose for aesthetic value. That is for beautify the nature. Cestrum diurnum, Cestrum nocturnum, Nicotiana alata, Petunia hybrida, Schizanthus pinnatus, Brugmansia species. So all these plants grown as ornamental plants which provide aesthetic value. Okay, So from this family Solanaceae, the economic important beneficial we get is food plants, medicinal plants, tobacco and ornamental plants. With this we complete the economic importance of family Solanaceae. Children, in today's class we have completed what is cladistics, what is the need for cladistics, dicot families such as Solanaceae and Fabaceae, general characters of these families and economically useful parts of these plants. From this topic we learned that these plants play very important role in our life. So it is our duty to save these plants. Save plants, save lives. Thank you children.